Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm trying something different. Now, as most of you know, my wife's cousin has a florist, has a floor shop, and I sell some small products out of her floor shop. Well, she's got a lot of requests for walking sticks, not canes, but walking sticks. I've done some research. She's been on me for a good while to make these, and I've been doing research, kind of putting it off. But I'm kind of at a standstill right now where the local mill is not working, so there's nobody there to get me lumber that I've got jobs to do. I just got a job done, and it's snowing outside. Well, it's not right now, but it has been. And it's cold. It's like 13 degrees today, and I can't say I don't really feel like, but I don't really think that I'll be able to find good sticks, because most people, they just find limbs that fell off tree or whatever. They'll trim it up, set it outside, let it dry, take the bark off, finish, they're good, which is what I was hoping to do. But I've never seen nobody take a piece of board. This is a piece of ash I've had laying around. I've actually got two of them. They're both a little over 4 foot. I'm gonna try to make a walking stick out of something that's already dried. I've got to sharpen my draw knife. That is a definite. But I'm gonna try to make a walking stick out of something that's already dried, that I'm gonna plane down. I'm thinking 2-inch square. I'm not worried about a joiner, because I'm gonna try to make it round, and just work with my draw knife and see what the wood wants to do. If it wants to take it to, if the wood wants a big chunk ripped out of it, well, it's gonna get a big chunk ripped out of it. If it wants just nice smooth, then it's gonna be nice and smooth. Whatever. I don't know. I've never done this before. I've never seen anybody do this before. But I'm gonna try to make it straight, and then kind of go from there. Maybe put some divots in it to kind of make it look old or whatever. I don't know. It's just a go how it feels situation. So what I'm gonna do, it's already 2 inches thick. I'm gonna plane it to, I may cut it then plane it to 2 inches wide. Like I said, it's like 51 inches. So with that being said, and there's a splinter. With that being said, I'm gonna try to just make something unique. I may plane it down, get it where it's smooth, and just kind of draw it and put it in the bandsaw and try to cut it. I may do one of them in the planer straight, and then the other one plane it to where it's smooth, and then put kind of designs in it, see where I can go from there. Just something different. I don't know. I've never done this before. I've never seen anybody do this before. So, I'm flying by the seat of my pants, as people say. So we're gonna try something, and hopefully this week I can get some material from the mill, and because I got a table to make, so I really need I need the weather to cooperate. If you're working outside, I understand. The mill is outside, but we're gonna try something. So y'all stick around. So I planed this board down to 1.25 inches, and I just took the rough edges off. Just give me an idea of what I can work for here. Now I'm looking at it, and it's not straight, but that's what we want. We want it to look like a limb or a small branch that just fell off a tree and cleaned it up. Bam, there's your walking stick. That's what the look we're going for. So I'm trying to figure it out, and everybody's height's different, so I'm thinking about right here to right. Let's go right there. And it's just random marks I'm making. I'm not making anything particular, hey, this is the look I'm going for. So I'm gonna come right here and make a crooked straight line. Give me and in doing this, I'm trying to give it a look, yeah, it's ballpark right. So let's come, I'll just move it. You ever make something and you move it in the process? There we go, I got something. So right here, we're just gonna play around a little bit and give it like a lean in. You know, and up here I'm gonna do the same. That way it don't look such a sharp turn. Something like that. That's still good right there for your handle. And I got small hands, so that's gonna affect it. And I'm gonna go with 1.25 inches, 1.25 inches, and we're gonna just take that on the rest of the way up. And that's how big we want it. So we got something here kind of go by. So we're gonna cut that section out. Something like that, you know. And I'm thinking, and like I said, this is all just random, you know, stuff. I actually may bring it down a little bit more. Something like that. Mark that out. Something like that right there too. That way there's plenty of room right there. Hands itching. So, at the very, very bottom, I got some rubber feet I bought here a while back. They're 3/4 round. So, and I don't know, yeah, y'all can't see that. Well, I put one walking stick, let me get it. I put this walking stick, I don't know if you can see that or not. I found center and I made a 3/4 circle. And I'm gonna be doing something similar to this. That way we can get that rubber foot slide on there. Cause I don't want no people, it's gonna be older people. I don't want nobody using it and it slips and they get hurt, or I don't want anybody leave it kind of rough and it roughs up the floor in their house. I just don't want that. So I'm gonna put a design on this, kind of figure it out, and it's basically it's freehand. And then we're gonna get back and that one we're gonna use my draw knife. This one I'm gonna try to cut most of this out in the bandsaw, most of this waste, and then put it in the draw knife, or use my draw knife to kind of, you know, clean up them edges and maybe make some kind of rough looking pieces in it, make it look like it came out of a tree. So that's the goal. So I'm gonna draw this out and then we're gonna take it to the bandsaw. So you can see I started working on it, but this is the rough part. It's easier with a draw knife or any kind of tool like this to use a what do you call it, shaving horse, but I don't have one. I've been meaning to make one. Maybe someday I will break down and take some time and make one. But really, I don't use my draw knife this much. This is probably the first time I've used it. And as you can see, I need some practice. It amazes me how some people back in the day use this tool to make anything, and they still do. Some people make chairs using the draw knife. And it's incredible. I'm telling you, I'm already tired and I ain't done I ain't done nowhere near what I need to do on this. I'll tell you another idea I'm thinking about doing, and that's just put it in the table saw with my table saw blade over and trim that sharp edge off, but I think I need that for the draw knife to catch. And then we're gonna sand this a lot. But that's what I was going for, that kind of look right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. It just looks like a little piece of chunked out. That to me looks like it came right off a tree. A piece of bark or something broke off. So, and yes, I'm tired already. Probably need to add more weight to this workbench. The way it's kind of going about now. But I didn't want to use all machines on this. I wanted some hand tools used. Draw knife being that hand tool, that end down there, I may use some machines on it, some power tools. Tell you one thing, draw knife, I got it somewhat sharp. I could have got sharper. Oh yeah, that's got a good feels good feel to it, good handle. Feels like it's not perfectly round, which is, I didn't want it perfectly round. And essentially, a walking stick is just that. It's a stick. A lot of times we find them in the woods as we're hiking or something. If I gotta be on cane, I'll be on a walking stick, I'll tell you that. Alright, so I got it sanded, and it literally looks, in my opinion, like an old backer stick. And quite frankly, I could see a lot of farmers being that's all right with it. I am going to put a power cord handle on it. But before that, I'm going with this T-coil. T-coil's good for anything. It's really good for anything that's going to be outdoors, birdhouses, bird feeders, anything like that, because it has some UV ray. It blocks moisture and UV rays. I was going to say UV inhibitors. That's what I'm trying to think. But that is huge. And granted, yes, this is a walking stick. It's probably going to spend a lot of time inside. But I don't know anybody that's never been outside in a rainstorm. Rainstorm, you got to, like I said, for older people, they got to go to the doctor, and they're going to be outside in possibly rain, snow, any kind of weather. They're going to be outside in it. Let's get a lot on there. They're going to be out in it. So I want to make sure that this cane, this walking stick, can handle the really cold weather, the really wet weather, and helps these people that need a walking stick, that need a cane, an assist to where they need to be. I mean, they've got places to go and people to see too, just like the rest of us. Let's make sure that they're took care of, and that's my goal in making this. And if I can get there, I got it. And I didn't want it to be perfect. I want it to look like it fell out of a tree and they picked it up and said, hey, this will work. It looks cut up and it looks beat up, and that's the look I was going for. When this dries, it's going to get a second coat. But after that second coat dries, we're going to put that foot on there. I was about to say feet, and I don't know why. We're going to put that foot on there. We're going to put a power cord handle on there, and they're going to be able to get to wherever they need to go. And there we go. I'm going to set this to the side. And we're going to wait a little bit. I think it recommends just a few minutes, not long at all. 5 to 10 minutes, so not long at all. And then I believe I might call it a day. I'm going to find out how that one looks. I may go ahead and start working on this one. I don't know. I'm thinking about a different approach. Because I did cut a wild design in it. As you can see, I put the handle already kind of cut in. I just got to move that around and just trim some of this up, make it look pretty, and cut the bottom. So what I did, I didn't show y'all because I forgot to hit start on camera. I'm sorry. But I got my spoke shave out, and that is very similar to a plane. That's really what it is a hand plane, but you pull instead of push. And it really helps on fine-tuning, some places that you've done with your draw knife. I had to sharpen that draw knife several times. Like I said, it's my first time really using it, and it don't seem like it holds sharp. So that's a concern of mine. It also says made in China, and that's a disappointment. I didn't notice that till just now. But we're going to give it a few minutes, and then we're going to put a second coat on that, and I may start working on this. But tomorrow morning we're going to put I got to pick up some paracord. We're going to put paracord on it, maybe both of them, for a good grip, good handle. So I finished have been on my walking sticks for a few days now, and it's good and dry, and we're going to put a handle on it. The other one, the original, I made. To me, it looks like a bagger stick, you know. But I made the handle too big for some paracord that I'm going to be using. So, well, actually, it's like utility rope. It ain't really exactly paracord, but to me, like I said, it looks like a bagger stick. I did put a rubber foot on it, and I had to trim it down a lot to get that rubber foot on it. But I'm not going to put any kind of handle on it. You can hold it wherever you want to on this one. But this one, I put a design here for a handle, and we're going to put some paracord on it. It's a little thinner. It's not as thin as I like it to be, but we're going to put some paracord on it. Now, I've watched people do this, and I have never done it before. I'm going to try it. Let's see if I remember this. You want so much for your tail. You want to wrap it. And then pull it up through and cinch it good and tight. And then you come around here at counterclockwise turn, and you bring it down through your loop. I don't feel like I'm doing this right. And you cinch it tight. You come through this one. And you cinch it tight. And what it's supposed to do, if I do it right, it's supposed to create a spiral design up through here. Like I said, I've never done this my very first time. So I've seen it done a couple times. Those guys were a lot better at doing this than I am. Yeah, it looks like I'm starting to get spiral design. You want to keep pushing it down, make sure everything's good and tight. And this tag here, this end piece, try to keep it as straight as possible. It's kind of hard to do, but you want to keep pushing them down, make sure they're good and tight. Counterclockwise. Keep going counterclockwise every time. And you'll get a spiral design if you do it right. I got a strong feeling I'm not doing it right. But you want to pull it tight and then pull it around, make sure everything's good and tight. If you got any slack or any kind of hole showing, you want to grab hold of that and just pull it down, make sure everything's tight. I think I done that one backwards. I don't know. So every time counterclockwise. I messed up. It's easy to mess up. I think I messed up right there. Just pull that back out. Okay. Counterclockwise. Pull it on down. Did I go under? I think that's what I've done. I think I'm myself questioning myself. Yeah, there we go. That's what I've done. I think at one point I went clockwise instead of counterclockwise. And it matters. I seen this guy do this one time. He said he cut 12 foot of paracord off. And then he'd come back with, I hope it's enough. And I'm like, oh my, it's a lot of paracord for a little section here. All right, so what I'm gonna do, we're close to the end here. So this tag we got, and all this helps do is lock down the essential down there. I'm gonna take these cutters and I cut that tag off. I take my lighter and just melt it. And we're gonna do this again on the end, so I'm gonna get a flathead screwdriver for that. And then we're going to finish this. Now we're gonna cut this just about 1/8 of an inch or so. I know my stuff's pretty good stuff. I'm gonna take my lighter and just kind of melt it. Hold your flathead screwdriver down. and that never come off. There's the handle. I've seen these a lot better, and I've seen them worse. You got that little spiral design in there. Give you a little grip. And I'm just gonna hope that this sells. So I didn't put anything on the bottom, as you can see how it ended up cutting out. So if you like this video and you want to see more, give me a like, subscribe. I appreciate it. Check out my other channel, Born Free Outdoors, if you enjoy the outdoors. Questions, comments, put them in the comments. I'm sure there's going to be plenty on this one. But y'all have a good one, and God bless.